Spider-Man suit has been revealed. Scorpion has been confirmed. Tombstone 2? Maybe? Let's just swing right into it. Unless you've been living under a rock, this weekend has been insane when it comes to Spider-Man news. We got this Spider-Man suit. We got some more confirmation on other stuff. And let's just break it all down. So as you can see here, the Spider-Man suit is pretty classic, though, from what I can see, right? That's the most classic looking Spider-Man suit I've ever seen. The lenses are very reminiscent of that. Okay, I'm sorry. That's a joke's over. So Sony Pictures actually released this amazing video right here where we actually get to see the Spider-Man suit for the first time. And it's classic, right? It's the most classic looking Spider-Man suit in the MCU we've ever seen thus far. Up until now, TASM 2, every other MCU Spider-Man suit. Now, we actually have something to compare it to. Now, this video was actually released about 2 days ago from the time of recording. So there's actually been some Spider-Man set photos that it's actually going to allow us to, you know, look a little more in depth at the suit. Just starting off with this one. Oh my Lord. Chef's kiss. Now, if you look at the video that they had originally posted, you can be a little skeptical about it, especially because the lighting made it look a little off. But here it just looks so much better. Like the colors are vibrant, the details are present. So let's talk about it. The details here on the pattern is amazing. Now you see this honeycomb pattern here. You've seen this all throughout the other Spider-Man suits. And I'm mainly more talking about Andrew's and Tobey suits. Primarily the TASM 2 suit. There's this brick honeycomb pattern that is very present here. And I've always loved that about that suit. It gives it a nice little texture, a nice little glow. If you remember the previous MCU Spider-Man suits, instead of having this honeycomb texture, they would have little dots on them. You can notice it the most in the Homecoming suit. You can see little dots, and even in the ads, you see the little dots. And it was a cool texture and all. But for some reason, when I look at this one just screams Spider-Man suit. I don't know what it is about it, but when I associate a Spider-Man suit or a Spider-Man cosplay, this is the texture that I want on it. Next is the webbing, and as you can see here, it's a little more separated than it usually would be on the previous Spider-Man films. This one gives me the vibe of the Spectacular Spider-Man. If you've noticed that one, if you put them side by side, you can see that the Spectacular Spider-Man webbing is very separated compared to the ones that we've seen in the films. Now, this one has that same style going for it. Again, in the video from yesterday, I didn't like how it looked there. Maybe it was the lighting, maybe it just looked off in motion, but here it looks so much better. It looks so much cleaner. The webbing is supposed to be raised. Now, there was another video that they teased like 3 days ago. They showed that the webbing was raised. This one doesn't look that way at all. It still looks flat but glossy, and they look very different. So I'm still under the influence that those are two completely different suits. I don't think they're the same suits that were shown to us. I could be wrong. Maybe the one they showed us was a prototype. Maybe that's one he gets in the future. Maybe this one gets battle damaged, it gets torn, so he has to constantly keep fixing his suit, keep updating the webbing, and that's when we get the other one. But I still like the pattern of the webbing here. It just doesn't look as 3D, as raised as I expected it to be from that teaser. Now, based on this picture, those web shooters are not being hidden at all. They're very present, bright as day. I kind of like them. A lot of people prefer the ones where it's under the suit, where you put the web shooter under the suit and then all you see is the little nozzle, kind of like in the comics. They went for a different approach here. Again, very, very in the style of the Amazing Spider-Man, where the web shooter sits on top of the suit. And they also did that for Homecoming, where they had the web shooter on top. These web shooters look classic. If anything, they look a lot like the ones he had back in Spider-Man Homecoming in the homemade suit. They look like an upgraded version of that. Again, plot-wise, he doesn't have any tech this time. Tony Stark doesn't exist in his life anymore. So I'm assuming he grabbed those old web shooters, upgraded them, and then we're left with this, which I don't know why. I really like how they look. They look homemade. They look like something a Spider-Man on a budget would make. And that's exactly what I want out of this film. You know that meme where it's like Spider-Man fans when Peter Parker's poor and lonely and all that? That's me. I'm literally that Spider-Man fan. Now, the next thing that I think is part of the most important part of the suit is the lenses. They're same but different, but still same. They still have that little pattern on the lenses where you can tell they're going to be moving lenses. The other Spider-Man suit had them. This one's going to have them. And I think that's just going to be a MCU that's just going to be an MCU Spider-Man trope moving forward, that he's just going to have those mechanical lenses, and that's completely fine. but I really, really enjoy how good they look static. Like it has that Romita vibe from the Romita Sr run, and it's so good. It's really good. This is actually reminds me of the first time we saw Spider-Man in the Civil War trailer. It has that same effect of the Romita lenses. It's good. It's good. I have no complaints there. Like genuinely, this suit is perfection for the MCU. I still prefer the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, but this just came out like 2 days ago, so I still need time to let it sit and sync with me. The spider logo, very, very much in the style of... It's a mixture of the Andrew and the Tobey logo. The legs are, at least to me, again, from what I see, are more in the style of Tobey. They're not that long. They're not the Amazing Spider-Man suit long. It's a good vibe. I just wish the logo was more on his chest rather than going downwards. At least that's what it looks like to me. Maybe it's just like an optical illusion because of the webbing. But it looks lower on the chest than rather it being like up here. Furthermore, we actually get a closer look of the back spider in the suit. And boy, do I love this. I actually really do enjoy the fact that it's a similar one to the one in the front, but different, I guess, if that makes sense. It's cool. It's classic. I would have preferred they use the actual classic back spider logo from the comics. We only saw it once in Civil War, and I wish he could have brought that back here. It's not there. It's not present. I'm okay with it. The rest of the suit looks so good that I literally cannot complain about this. It looks great. Now, my biggest takeaway from this suit is that they're using the exact same pattern from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. And I'm not just saying that, oh, it looks similar. No. They're using the exact same pattern. If we're just simply comparing this backside right here, it literally goes up right here exactly where the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit would normally go. And then let me show you guys the seams, because the seams, it's where it's the most dominant. You can see it there. Actually, at Goodnight Drew over on Twitter actually already posted the similarity, so this makes it easier for me to show you guys. So let's check this out. There's a seam right here, and I know this is the video game model, but just bear with me. The guys who did the mods for this one, they did it 1-to-1. But look at the seam right here. This seam is the exact same seam right here, and he has one going down this way too. You can't see it because of the picture, but he has one here too. The seams right here are exactly the same. The seams here are the identical ones, and if we turn the suit around, the seams that go down his ass right here are the exact same ones, even down to the little lines right here. All the seams here are exactly the same. And this is the back texture I was talking about, where it lifts up here to make a little space for the spider. It's the exact same pattern. Now, I'm not complaining. If they're going to copy something, they might as well be the best parts. And to me, these are the best parts of the TASM 2 suit. Canon-wise, they're probably the excuse is probably gonna be like he got inspired by Tobey and Andrew when they came to his universe, and that's why he did it like that. I don't care. As long as it looks this good on screen, that's amazing. No pun intended. The MCU Spider-Man films have this tendency to cover it in CGI immediately after filming it in real time, so I'm hoping this stays the same, and the only thing that needs CGI is the lenses to make it move. But other than that, this suit is literally perfection. It's the best Spider-Man suit we've gotten since the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, and I'm not saying that lightly. Like it genuinely means something. The things we can expect from this version of Spider-Man is the most Spider-Man movie I hope we've been waiting for in a long time. We wanted Spider-Man to have struggles of an everyday person. After No Way Home, they removed all of the tech, all of the big world stuff, and finally narrowed it down to a street-level Spider-Man movie. And it seems like it's going in that direction. I mean, again, just simply looking at the Webshooters, I know they're just Webshooters, but it gives us a lot of insight to where Peter Parker is in this current time of the film or of the MCU. It's perfect. Currently, right now in Glasgow, they're filming some action scenes where I believe plot for the scene they're filming was that Spider-Man and Punisher were trying to stop some damage control trucks, but after further looking at the set pictures, there was a little demon logo on one of the trucks. So that's insinuating that Mr. Negative is actually going to be part of this film. Maybe we're going to get live action Spider-Man PS4. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, Feast was already introduced in No Way Home, so it would be perfect to go from that point on. Now, there's other characters that have been confirmed. Michael Mando is coming back as the Scorpion. The meme of the post-credit scenes that went nowhere, Scorpion is back. How is he going to come back? Probably he's probably gonna escape prison. He probably wants revenge for what Spider-Man did to his face. This is exactly what I wanted out of the Spider-Man film, street level villains. And I feel like all the other villains that are getting thrown out right now, like Tombstone and a couple of other street level ones, I feel like they're just gonna be montages. I don't think they're gonna take up the whole movie, because there's been rumors of a bunch of characters just popping up in the film, and I think they're just gonna be there for a montage of Spider-Man stopping street level villains. And I think that's okay. I think that's what I want to see. I hope the film actually opens up with a battle, kind of like in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, where after the plane scene, it opens up with Spider-Man stopping the Rhino. I'm hoping this is kind of what we're gonna get here, and it seems that way. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so excited that we're actually getting a classic Spider-Man film in the MCU, which is what we wanted back in 2017, and we're actually getting it now. Speaking of 2017, really shame that they never brought back that Spider-Man logo from the Civil War suit. That suit was made, it was filmed, and they never used it. It was covered in CGI. Thank you, Kevin. Really cool. All right, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Stay tuned for more. Super excited. We're so back. We're actually so back. All right, guys, let me know. And remember, guys, keep on swinging.